sitting here kind of watching a few videos on my phone. This is it's a pretty cool spot, and it gets dark early, it gets cold early, so a little bit early. It is a little warmer. Yeah, it's pretty good in the pipe. The only breeze is blowing in from up there, so I'll put my umbrella on there. That will definitely help. But there is supposedly some legendary geocache in this area, and it is either in the pipe down this way behind our umbrella, where it goes way down over that hill, or it's on the other side, the other side of the river where it comes down. So I saw a lot of people commenting on what they did there in order to get that geocache. But so sleeping with my head nice and close to this access port, and this is going to be one of the more interesting sleeps I've ever done. Bears free, of course. It's going to be nice and handy. Yeah. Okay. But a lot of good fresh air right there. Okay. Got my trusty as a pillow. And it's going to get real dark in here. So, okay. See you guys in the morning, my stealthy friends. Good morning. I don't know if I recommend sleeping in a pipe like this. There is just a breeze coming through it. I sealed off that top of the umbrella. That's not where it's coming from. There's like a cross breeze going through this pipe from somewhere, maybe another access hatch or something. But I'm gonna get out of here because it was strange noises, pretty cold, and my curiosity regarding the pipe has been satisfied. If it was really raining or something and I wanted some shelter, I would crawl in here, but it's basically the same temperature outside, except that there's less cross breeze blowing through here. This is the third time I've tried to film this video, or the fourth maybe. Every time I tried to go film this one from camping here, there was a big problem. Like, I checked it out and it looked good. And the first time I got here, it had really rained, and that was like pretty much soaking wet inside. And it's a bit of a hike up a hill to get here, so I wasn't happy. Fully loaded with all this stuff to film. Then waited for it to dry out. Came back again, and it was full of mosquitoes. Like, that's how I knew how to bring that mosquito spray. So it was completely full of mosquitoes, so I couldn't film it. Then the next time, I was getting ready to come out, and there was a wildfire, like a forest fire here. So the whole park was closed for weeks, and so I kind of gave up on this. I thought this was like a bad omen. universe is telling me, don't camp in the pipe, whatever you do, Steve. But worked okay. So it's sometimes with these videos, I take a number of tries to actually get it done. And there's been a few of them like that where it's the third or fourth time trying the same video. And I just gotta wonder sometimes, you know, is it a sign that I just shouldn't be doing that video, or that something, you know, could be a bear or something? But thankfully, no nightmares about night bears last night. Just waking up, sure I was hearing bats or something in there. So that's, I don't recommend doing anything like this to anybody that's watching this. But people are obviously into geocaching, and somewhere down there, either this side or the other, probably in the pipe, maybe on that trestle somewhere, I don't know. But it's legendary among the community here. But can't wait to get out of the shadows and into the sun as quick as possible. Everything is packed. It's nice and shoveled out in there. But that's strictly like a one-time type of camping thing. I am not getting another pipe again, unless it's much bigger and warmer. Because that's, unfortunately, it looked kind of cool to do, but my feet are freezing. It did get down to 32 Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius last night. So that's that was the limit of what that sleeping bag could do for sure. In a pipe, cool breeze, but beautiful day. Yeah, it's all a downhill walk all the way back. So another mission successfully accomplished. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you like these types of things. Plenty more to come. So stay tuned. Things will get wilder in the next couple of videos. And I've already got them all planned out. So thank you everybody for watching, and see you on the next one.
Cracked windshield? Get it fixed now and pay later at safelight.com.
Really like the Flash 22.
She's gonna love this.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camping with Steve. I'm in the suburbs in a neighborhood under construction. New houses are popping up like mushrooms, and right in this area, there seems to be some good potential. Now, these places are pretty monitored because of all the construction equipment, and look at that, there's a big pile of lumber there that folks could try to take. So I have a very small kit today, and there are signs everywhere that there is a community on patrol, community watch thing here. So we'll use a small kit, get into the woods right back there, and they are actively doing excavating foundation work on all these homes through here. But that's okay, because we got porta potties as well, which is just extra fantastic to have those kicking around for emergencies. Little trail back there we can use to access the woods. This is all on green. Really small kit today, which will make things less suspicious. And the beauty of summer is that I can use these small kits. So the compromise is I really don't have any meal prep stuff with me. So we're going to order some DoorDash type stuff out here to the construction site. So let's go. Well, I didn't get far. There's a young couple on the trails, and they're getting quite passionate. So I'm going to wait for them to finish and for this other jogger to go past. And then we'll get into the woods. I'm not going to wait for them any longer. I'm just going to walk right across here into the woods where I can. And it's not too far to cross over this construction zone here. It's pretty hard to tell if all this space is actually going to be huge yards or green space or what the deal is there. But they never make backyards this big, not new construction. The hill dropping off here really sharply is a great thing because I can be down here, and unless they walk right to the edge, nobody's going to see a thing. Perfect spot. This will do just fine, but the mosquitoes are ferocious. So before I even set up the hammock, we're going to get the thermocell on. I don't see any trails around here for wildlife or for people, so that's perfect. We're into the dog days of summer now, where the grass is tall enough I could see if anything's walked past, and this is just looking great. So as long as these trees line up, I think they will just beautifully. Good business. Well, the hammock is definitely low. I'm pretty much sitting right on the ground, so I might have to raise this up a little bit or I'll be waking up in the thorn bushes here. There are hammock straps that protect the bark of trees. These particular ones that I'm always tying up to are, this is a quaking aspen, so it's either a balsam poplar or a quaking aspen I'm typically tying to. And I haven't seen damage from these straps done to the bark. However, I'm sure there's trees out there that are more delicate. And I do own some, but I forget to bring them with me wherever I go. I'm a big fan of things that are one piece, because then there's no pieces to lose. And I like this hammock so much. This bird is not happy about me. This is still pretty much like dog walking hour. So I'm going to use this moment to step outside and see what this looks like from the surface. And if I do this later on, it'll look way too suspicious. So do this in the daylight here. And yeah. She looks like that from up here, but okay. Let's see. From over here, yeah, you can kind of see that, but nobody should be out here. There is an excavator there. There's our morning porta potty, and oh yeah, nobody will see a thing. So this is what I consider just about a perfect spot. It's stealthy enough, but not completely hidden. There is an element of excitement here. I'm returning down the trail I was originally going to take. Of course, we can see absolutely nothing from here. Awesome. They are gone. Yeah. The end of the trail. This ever-expanding city has gobbled up another farm. And you can see all the barbed wire, the fence posts, they just kind of put it here to burn it. As stealthy as possible. It's that time again. Step number 2. So, just as quietly as I can. I can open this up. Not bad at all. Oh, yeah. This is a really basic stealth camping trip. There's nothing too novel. There's no new gear. It's a very concealed spot, which doesn't have a lot of risk as far as getting caught, which I need after last week's plan with hiding from the police, my stove exploding. I just don't want any problems. It's been a little stressful a week. So this may be a boring video to some, but I prefer the term relaxing. One thing I realized when I was camping with the guys last week was that 95% of stealth camping is just kind of sitting around quietly, not doing anything. And it is a lonely feeling. I think I mentioned this before, where it's so strange that, you know, there's going to be thousands of people that see this and a whole bunch of comments. But in the moment, yeah, I'm very alone here. It's nice to have the company around, but it's definitely not stealthy. Well, I'm going to order some food and get it delivered out to the road. I just put construction site, I'll meet you on the road. So today, I'm going to try Mr. Beast Burger. Sounds interesting. The Beast style burger combo. Soft bun, yes please. Yeah, some seasoned fries, sure. And a water with that, because why not? All right. Okay. Looks like it'll be here in about an hour. Okay. I didn't order the Beast style fries because I'm not actually that hungry. Looks like we could be getting some rain here, but that's okay. The hammock is about the best thing you can be in for these types of little surprise rainstorms. The food is about 8 minutes away, and I don't want to scare this poor driver by stumbling out of the forest. So I'm going to walk over to the car and kind of wait there. Of course, construction sites at night can be a very dangerous place, so don't do this unless absolutely necessary. I gave them the address of a foundation, so there's not even a house there, but I'll wave them down when they get here.
Are you working?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave next year. Yeah,
You wanna work all night?
we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
thanks a lot.
And take care. Bye.
Working on some beer in the woods, that's what I'm working on. I normally try to order directly from the restaurant instead of these apps because I don't know how fairly they treat the drivers or the restaurants. And usually if there's a problem, they end up sending you to each other's directions. So the app will say, contact the restaurant will say, contact the app. And we just want to support the businesses as much as possible. But this one only exists through the app. It's a virtual restaurant. Okay, Mr. Beast Burger. Yeah. Got the burg here. Beast style burg. Well, it's got a lot of toppings on it, and it smells pretty good. Wow, that's quite the burg. Mm. Mm. Oh man, that is just what I needed. Of course, fries. Normal crinkle cut fries, delivered from quite far, so they're a bit soggy. Seasoning's good on them though. Okay, looks like we've got a storm of brewing.
Turn your pastime into your full time. Your personal style into your signature brand. Do it yourself. Create your website on Wix.
Buy leak checks. We've got Tampax with the dual protection system for up to 100% leak-free periods. They gently expand to help stop leaks from all angles, and only Tampax has the leak guard braid for backup protection, so nothing ruins your plans. There are tampons, or there's Tampax.
Orgain's 30-gram protein shake provides muscle support. With 5 grams of BCAA for peak performance, it's made with premium protein and no artificial sweeteners. Power up with Orgain.
With Liberty Mutual, you can customize your car insurance to save hundreds. Could you look away?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's pretty late, but I'm glad I stayed up this late to catch a little bit of thunderstorm action. We'll see what happens. We haven't had a good one this year, and I love these things. So in a hammock, it's all the better. All right, the radar says that's probably going to miss us, but we might get a good lightning show in the distance. I love a good thunderstorm, but it seems to be going around me, and that's the way it normally goes. When I'm trying to see one is I'll see it on the radar, and then it splits and goes around me, and I miss it. I can hear it in the distance, but it's just not here, which is maybe a good thing because it was dumping some hail, and this little tarp may not hold up in a hail situation. Something is out there. I think it's like maybe a moose. I don't know. It sounds like an animal in distress or something like that. And I have no idea what that noise was, but it sounded like an animal sneezing. I don't think that's a friendly noise. And of course, why would you want to fall asleep to the pitter-patter of rain on a tarp when you could be falling asleep to what could possibly be the death cries of some strange, large animal in the woods right behind you, and then crawl into your paper-thin hammock for the night? So that's exactly what we're going to do, because we don't have any other options other than to go home, and that is not an option. So into the hammock we go. Hunker down in the hammock. I don't hear that strange animal anymore, and I'll be using my jacket as a pillow. Hard to believe. Got the GoPro set up. Let's hunker down, my friends, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. There's the rain. And a little thunder. It's quite early. The sun here actually rises at 5:55 in the morning, of all things, which makes sleeping in quite difficult, probably contributing to my lack of sleep, because I am a bit of a night owl. And when I'm turning in bed at 1 or 2 in the morning, the sun coming up 4 hours later does not help me have good sleep. Yeah, there's no activity on the construction site here, probably because it's just so early, or maybe because it's a little rainy as well. But a little more sleep, and then we'll get the day going.
The rain is starting to actually get pretty heavy, but it is bone dry in here, just the way I like it. So you gotta wait for a bit of a break in the rain before I start tearing this stuff down. I'll hopefully get a nice little moment when it's not raining so hard. But of course, I have to give my shout outs to the folks that have gone above and beyond and support the channel. Also, I have to give my shout outs to everybody's birthday. And what a birthday to have. If it's actually your birthday today, I think it's like National Beer Day or International Beer Day. I just saw online. I think there's two of them. One would be international, and another would be probably the American National Beer Day. I don't know, but you know what that means. Practice that too, if you have not already. Rain seems to be letting up a little bit. Didn't get a ton of sleep, but get the day begun here. Get the day started. There's that construction crew. I can hear them right now. They're beginning their day and just on the way out. So perfect timing. Just procrastinating here because it's raining so badly. Guess we'll start with the sleeping bag, one thing at a time. Perfect break in the rain. I think I can get this all torn down in like 5 minutes. It's my guess. There's not too much to take down, pack up. Absolutely amazing time of year that I can use this as a sleeping bag. Just got to take this rope off, and I'll show you just on the tree. Like, I guess there's maybe a little indentation there, but yeah, I'll probably grab those straps. I don't want to wreck any trees. If we didn't have reservations and everything for anniversary, today would be a really nice day to sit in the hammock and just enjoy the sound of the rain. That's okay though. We got all winter to enjoy some rain out towards the coast. That should be quite nice. Storm watching, waves rolling in on the shore. They're pouring a foundation over there. You can see the concrete bunker. So, let's just wander out of here. If anybody questions me, which I don't think they will, I'm going to come back at them with, is this you guys's? Okay. We did it. We are out of here. Absolute success. I need a nice hot coffee, though, because I'm going to have to wake up. Thanks a lot. You too. Thanks. We're just a few hours away from beginning our anniversary trip, which is fantastic. And what's also fantastic is the video I've got planned for next week. If all goes to plan, this will be by far the riskiest one I've ever done. I'm trying not to overthink it so I don't scare myself out of doing it. But on paper, looks good. And so please stay tuned for that one. It'll be more exciting than this one, I swear. That's just kind of what comes when I get back to the city and I get kind of in a rut here dealing with life, is that anywhere good to stealth camp that I know of in the city, I've done it. So I always need to be traveling. And there's a lot of other channels that are pretty much just constantly on the road.
and that's tricky as well. So trying to strike the balance between charging your batteries at home, you know, like becoming rejuvenated, then hitting the road. But also I rejuvenate on the road as well. So my batteries get charged in different ways, from being at home, you know, relaxing, getting stuff in order, doing my taxes and paperwork and stuff like that. Getting caught up on life charges my batteries in some ways, but then being out on the open road also does. So I like to strike a balance. So I like to try and strike a balance there. Anyway, better get home and see a beautiful wife. Anyway, I got to get home, get packed up, and hit the road. So cheers, guys. Thanks for stopping by for a visit this week. And next week will be good. And from then on, we got river trip after that. Then another trip out back to the coast, because I still have a list of videos that I need to film out there. So cheers, everybody. And we'll see you next week. Hunker down, my friends.
Get a taste of new Lipton Fusions, made with real iced tea and lemonade.
Old Spice, Fiji, antiperspirant. Coconut home food. Thanks, buddy.
Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Steve and this guy, crazy neighbor. Disguises are a must today because we're setting up a fake billboard on the side of the highway. And we've seamed the two pieces together. We're going to just set up these structures on the side of the road. We've got frames already built. And we'll screw them together, staple this up, and camp behind there for the night. It's getting harder and harder to find stealth camping spots, so I've got to make my own.
You should make your own sign.
Yeah.
It's going to work.
So these guys will just throw. So we've had to wait until the end of the day, when all the county workers aren't going to be driving past, because this is not a legal sign to be putting up along the side of the highway. They require a permit. We don't roll that way. So that load on the roof looks completely illegal, but it's not. It's 8 feet in total width, and we're allowed 8'6".
8'6".
Awesome. Yeah, everybody on the highway seems really scared of our load on the roof, so nobody's tailgating us, that's for sure.
Well, that's 50% of the trip.
Yeah, we've made it. There's a little parking lot here where people just seem to park and don't have a problem. So we're going to park here after we get our sign built over yonder.
Four-wheel drive. Here we go.
You don't want to go farther. You want to stay a little bit closer to those tracks.
This is like the four-wheel drive mochadas that we used to do out at your place a few years back.
Yeah. Yeah, so right in the spot over there looks great. And we can get these set up nice and quick. Let the show begin. Confidence. We have to look confident out here, and everybody will think we belong here, except for this camera. So I'll set this down here. This is a really busy highway. It's actually the intersection of two really busy highways. This is part of the Trans-Canada Highway System. It's Highway 16. The yellowhead is this one. And we're going to get the signs attached to those frames, and then real quick we'll raise them up, because that's the part that looks the worst, because people hate billboards. Yeah, it's not very stealthy to put myself on a billboard, but it's an old enough video. I don't look anything like that anymore, unfortunately. We were going to make the sign about a fake food truck called Onionbergs, but then I opted I'm going to throw my friend's bar on the sign to give them a little free advertising as a surprise, and now they're going to have to put Onionbergs on their menu, and I won't mind out one little bit. Let's do this.
Much good.
That looks a little bit better, yeah.
Much good.